couple of really crucial things. One of them is actually, first of all, understanding what AI and machine learning really can do for you. I think it's improving, but I think there's still some misunderstandings really, what these technologies are for and where they're most suitable. I think one of the big barriers as well is actually, even once you understand what they can do, is actually getting the training data you need to make them work. So this is quite tricky depending on what the problem is, but it's a very big part of making machine learning systems successful. So that's a real barrier. So sometimes it's okay, you can say outsource the data labeling exercise to people outside of your company. So if you're, for example, wanting to do something with images, maybe you can get people to label these images using a system like Mechanical Turk, which it's just a platform for people to do the data labeling very cheaply for you. That assumes though that you're happy for that data labeling to happen outside of your company and for people to see those images. There may be other situations where you're less happy with that. Maybe you're for privacy reasons, you're not comfortable with the idea of this data actually going outside of your organization, your company. So that's another thing where having in-house data labeling capabilities that can work at scale, that I think is a problem that's not been fully solved yet. And I think there are certain companies that are working heavily in that, on addressing that. But I think that's one of the challenges as well. I think another one of the challenges is, these systems don't work in isolation. You might have a machine learning system, but it needs to talk to other existing parts of the compute infrastructure within an organization, and having that working with, say, legacy systems in a company is not always straightforward. And I think the cloud is actually one of the things which is going to help there. So we, I think I've seen more increasingly that the more that people, companies and organizations are using the cloud, the easier it is to actually integrate machine learning and AI technologies with their existing systems. And I think that really breaks down the barriers to adoption.